The goal of this 10-minute diversity and discrimination activity is for students to engage in a personal experience that will construct meaningful and long-lasting knowledge that will be helpful to them in real-world situations. This is accomplished through a multi-stage experiential learning process to achieve a higher level of empathy and understanding for people who are different than they are. It can be difficult for one group of people to understand another people's culture without a common language and/or similar background. You probably already know that to be accepted into another culture or group can be pretty tough because outsiders are not always aware of how to blend in or even approach a new group without the fear of being rejected. Instead of just telling or lecturing at students how they should feel or act, students need to experience for themselves what it feels like to reject others, be rejected by others, be accepted by others, and accept others. The real challenge is how can we as teachers provide a learning experience for our students to develop a higher level of empathy and understanding of what diversity and discrimination really looks and feels like in the semi-controlled environment of a classroom. If you just play a movie or lecture at students about what diversity and discrimination is, what usually happens? Well, they should be able to at least complete a quiz with a passing grade. They should be able to at least define what diversity and discrimination is through a literal regurgitation of what they were told to memorize. Students can even write a brief essay or maybe a multi-page paper based on what they think we want to hear. Measuring what is learned for a grade does not transcend learning to a higher level of understanding and comprehension. Here's a good question for you. Is there any real lasting understanding from a definition, a quiz, or an essay and how it applies to the real world with real people who are often very unpredictable and not as understanding? If you believe that a grade is an indicator of what students truly understand and feel about diversity and discrimination, I am going to respectfully ask you to reconsider. I'm going to advocate that a personal experience followed immediately with an in-depth, open, and guided classroom conversation that culminates into a personal, reflective essay of that experience will yield a much higher value and longer-lasting experience for your students. I've personally conducted this activity in 41 classes at a major Ohio university over a 5-year period to nearly 800 first-year college-age and early entry high school students who ranged in age from 16 to 22 years old. I've also assisted a few colleagues, graduate students, and teachers in faraway schools who conducted this activity with positive outcomes and have provided me with pretty good feedback on how it helped their students understand the true feeling associated with diversity and discrimination. Now, individual student results varied and were based on their role in the activity, their perception of what occurred and what didn't occur, their expectations based on past experiences with activities that might have been overly embarrassing for them by asking them to reveal personal information, and the student's background and unique life experiences. The feedback students wrote about in their self-reflective essay, including feelings of being left out, feeling awkward, feeling confused, feeling frustrated, feeling a huge sense of relief, the big one, and they also felt a higher level of empathy towards others. The best one, though, they reported that it had better awareness of how they felt rejecting and accepting other people into their groups. Overall, this activity raises a heightened awareness that social rules can be very complex when you don't know what the rules are of another culture or group. This activity is designed based on the idea that students need to be exposed to activities that develop deeper comprehension and appreciation about diversity and discrimination in a new setting away from what they're accustomed to. In this activity, students will actually move about the room and will do more than just sit and be lectured at. They will be engaged on many levels that include feeling, seeing, reacting, responding, and eventually reflecting on their experience. Students need to participate in situations that model the real world. They need to have positive educational experiences that last a lifetime and promote equal treatment of all people they encounter, no matter who they are. This activity has a 100% class participation rate and even allows students who feel high levels of anxiety a way to still participate. This activity uses proven student learning theory and removes bias based on visual perception of each individual student's self-identity to avoid personal rejection. It also provides positive and negative reinforcement, follows a defined set of rules, is easily repeatable, and it fits nicely into one class meeting of less than 50 minutes. The best part of this activity is that it has a positive and lasting impact on each participant, including you, the teacher. To show you how this activity is conducted, watch the next video so you can see and hear the actual instructions, procedures, and cues I use to set up and conduct this activity. By hearing the statements I've used in the classroom will help clarify many questions you might have, and it'll reduce your apprehension in having a successful experience in your classroom with this short and valuable activity on diversity and discrimination. But before you watch the next video, please leave a comment or question below and consider subscribing to the channel to have easier access and receive updates and notifications on our student success videos that are designed to help students reach their success, because student success is the goal. I'll see you online soon.